This time, on the highway through hell,
4 inches of ice.
$1 million wreck
Look, jackknife!
leaves a load of prescription drugs stranded on the mountain.
This thing is hammered right in here.
That ain't good.
I've never seen anything like that before.
And
What is he doing down there?
the heavy rescue headaches keep piling up,
Why isn't he getting up the hill and opening the road? Tell me what you're doing.
forcing Jamie to get tough
Why are you up the hill?
with his most senior driver. In the rugged mountains of the Pacific Northwest, there's a highway like no other. The Coquihalla is an engineering marvel. But when the weather turns bad,
Look out!
It's like the Bermuda Triangle of truck accidents.
keeping the Coke open takes an army
When the highway shuts down, the world shuts down.
and a last line of defense.
Jamie Davis en route.
A heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because here, closure is not an option.
By 7 p.m. here, it's supposed to be 0 degrees.
It's a busy Friday evening, and the Coke is thick with trucks and travelers.
Mother Nature always can turn on you out here. The snow is changing to rain. This gets icy anytime soon, and you're gonna see a lot more accidents up here.
To keep the road surface from freezing over, highway crews have started laying down a mix of salt and sand.
The whole road surface is wet right now, and it's going to cool off. So what we have to do is sand and a little bit of salt. Otherwise, it just turns to a sheet of ice.
Higher on the mountain, the road has already iced over.
It's pure icy up there on the bridge at Shylock, going on the Shylock.
I'm glad I brought a second pair of underwear because I just about needed them.
At 7:48, just north of the Shylock exit,
Somebody crashed and blocked both sides of the Coke.
a semi has plowed into the deep snow. Both lanes of traffic are shut down.
I'm gonna need at least one heavy wrecker for a truck and trailer that are in a ditch.
Within minutes, a fast-moving highway becomes a parking lot.
We're literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of motors that are sitting in the queue down there trying to get to where they gotta be.
Apparently a truck went through the no post and traffic's closed with no estimated time of opening. Don't tell me they're turning us around here.
At 8:01, authorities close the Coke to keep the backup from getting even worse.
She's closed tonight. You guys will have to take 1 or 3.
They're closed down the Coke now. They're turning everybody around.
They don't want to go back, they want to go through.
But for the hundreds of drivers already on the mountain, there's no escape.
Yeah, Jamie Davis is en route. Go get him, Adam. He's up there.
The line of trapped vehicles extends halfway down the Coke.
This time the traffic's backed up all the way almost to Merritt. That's about 90 kilometers worth of traffic backed up. This thing is
The semi lost control on a grueling descent, bounced off the median, and slammed hard into a snowbank.
The truck is just mangled. The whole front end is tore right off the truck.
Hey, let's go. Grab this line. Come on.
It's not clear yet. We're still at a standstill down here.
You got highways breathing down your neck and general public breathing down your neck. And so you try to do your best to get it out of there as quick as you can.
Got it wrapped around the whole frame, eh?
Adam rigs up to the smashed cab, hoping this job is a simple pullout. But the wreck won't budge.
Ain't moving.
When the truck hit, the hot engine melted the snow.
Well, it's buried right into the snow.
It quickly refroze, trapping the cab in a block of ice.
It's like concrete in there.
She's so far in the snow there, just can't do it with one truck.
So Kevin calls in the cavalry.
Oh, this is pissing me off. You got service? I got one bar and I don't want to move.
Jamie heads up in the rotator.
Yeah.
But now, ice on the road has spread all the way down the mountain.
I can see the sheen on the road. We're on ice. I'm losing my steering a little bit. Whoa, this is really icy right here. Hang on.
You got a copy there, Jamie?
Yeah, go
This thing is hammered right in here. I don't know if we're gonna get her out, so.
By the time Bruce and Scott arrive, traffic has been at a dead stop for over an hour.
These guys get together on the back end here. We might get something going.
Adam wastes no time getting them hooked up to the semi, hoping 3 wreckers will do the trick.
Now he's gonna be stuck here, you watch.
Without James, Bruce can't get traction.
Come on, you stupid.
You're gonna have to chain up, Bruce.
Bruce doesn't like using the heavy-duty chains.
Well, I was gonna do that once I got the hook on it and then pull ahead.
Bruce is getting on in age. I like the old bugger, but he's slowing down.
Okay, I got her moving on the front now, so we get on the back, it should come.
We wanted you up so you can pull it back.
You gotta pull ahead some, Bruce.
You're right in my line.
Jamie arrives to add the rotator's might to the mix.
Oh, there's the big dog.
Tonight, stepson Brandon's on swamper duty.
Hook it into the chain there with Scotty.
Suppose there's no option here.
What's going on? Go close.
We have 4 trucks on one truck trailer.
Hook that left side up for me.
Jamie rigs all 4 of his heavy rescue trucks to the icebound wreck, betting their combined power can pull it free.
I've never seen anything like that before, 4 trucks on one.
You good to go, Scotty? Okay, pull now a little bit. Just kind of catch up with me. Keep going. Pull.
It's like pulling it like through a cement wall.
We got a lot of trucks in this thing. It's just planted in there, man. It's like cement. That's unbelievable. Okay.
Keep pulling. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa!
What's the matter?
The wall's cracking all the way up.
The force of the pull is ripping the trailer in half.
So if we pull this backwards, we're gonna end up pulling this whole trailer apart. So there's a lot of force pulling this, but there's something holding it back. It's kind of down and hung up on something. Would say it was in it.
There's $500,000 in pharmaceuticals.
It's got pharmaceuticals in it, $500,000.
If they keep pulling, they'll dump the load all over the highway.
Hey, did they open up the coke yet?
Hundreds of drivers have now been trapped on the remote highway for 2 hours.
Southbound is still completely shut.
In the freezing cold, it's a dangerous situation.
We're frustrated.
The RCMP want it fixed now.
I'll get out of the way.
Well, can you move the barriers out of this lane?
The wreck scattered concrete barriers in both lanes.
Okay, I'll move all that stuff.
If they can be moved, traffic should be able to squeeze by.
To put it through there, back into itself, do the other one on the other side.
Whoa, baby!
Bad spot we're in here right now. Highway's completely shut down, so people are a little ticked off that they gotta wait. Brandon! Where is he? Where did Brandon go?
Jamie doesn't have time to look for his swamper stepson.
Yeah, I'll go over there, pull the chain over to that one. We'll get that other one in the middle. Okay, the ambulance is going through.
Brandon's nose was bleeding. I told him to go to the ambulance.
No. He needs to get a napkin. He doesn't have to go to the ambulance. Oh.
I didn't tell him to go in the ambulance. I just told him to go to the ambulance, stop his nose from bleeding.
Is he in the ambulance?
I don't think so.
The cold, dry air and high elevation are biting on Brandon's nose.
It's just the time of the year. I always get this once a year.
But as soon as Jamie gets his youngest crew member back, his oldest decides to take a nap.
They're letting you through now?
With the barriers out of the way,
Yes, sir.
the backup begins to move along the ice-slick highway.
Pretty slippery. I can't even get up here.
Look how thick it is. Here's the actual road here.
Truck's coming.
What is that? 4 inches of ice.
Watch your back, watch your back.
Ooh, I don't like the look of this guy coming here.
Look! Look, jackknife! Look out! Look out!
They're letting you through now?
A 55-mile traffic backup is finally starting to move, but it has to cross a nasty piece of ice.
Pretty slippery. I can't even get up here.
It isn't long before someone starts sliding.
Look, jackknife! Look out! Look out! Well, we got her stopped.
Oh, just sheer ice. Just a skating rink. Yeah, it's very, very bad, very bad.
The jackknife shuts down the southbound lane again.
Hook him up with a toe pin. We'll just straighten that guy out.
Thank God it wasn't going too fast. Careful, just in case he slides, right?
Want him unhooked? Yeah, unhook him, I guess.
Very slippery.
It's slick out here again.
Oh, it's bad. Little dicey.
Well, hopefully they can get some sand down here. You can barely walk on the stuff.
Gotta get a sand truck in here as fast as we can.
But the sand truck is trapped in traffic a mile down the mountain.
But we're clearing them out one by one. He's been in the lineup just waiting.
To prevent a pileup, police send the trucks through one at a time.
Okay, send the next one.
Just before midnight, the sand finally arrives, and traffic gets moving.
They opened the 5 up.
As the backup clears, the highway and the frozen wreck are turned over to Jamie.
It's phenomenal why it's not just jumping out of there.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be hung up on.
Well,
I don't remember any no posts being there.
No.
So yeah, 12:45 for opening in Merritt.
Reopen from Hope to Merritt.
Jamie has just 20 minutes before the next big wave of traffic hits.
We're certainly hoping that Jamie will be able to recover this rig and get it out of here in time.
Hey, you get man with these cables? Get this one first.
This time, the plan is to both pull and lift.
What's happening is the landing gear is digging into the ground there, so we got to lift it and then pull it back.
The rotator will lift the front of the trailer, hoping to free it, while the others pull from either end.
See how Bruce is making out here? See if he's on his cable. You all ready to go, Bruce?
Not yet. There we go.
Just do what you can do till you slide back and then stop. Ready?
Jamie's hoping the lift will keep the already compromised trailer from breaking apart
How's that?
and spilling pills all over the highway.
Hold it. It's actually bending the truck frame as we're lifting it up. Why is this thing not coming? It's just bending in half, this thing. Either it's hung up on a guardrail underneath there that we can't see, or it's cemented in there by the snow.
With traffic on its way, Jamie decides to keep pulling.
Yep, let's do it. Pull. It's just like something's underneath it or something.
These two lines are real iffy.
Everybody come out. Get out of there.
On board.
The end of that, baby.
The cab begins to break apart, but they keep pulling.
We're getting pretty close. Okay, stop. More, we got it broken loose now.
We got her now. There was some kind of a culvert down there. But it's bizarre how hard that was to get out of there. So I'm gonna get out of the way now and get out of Adam's way.
Southbound traffic is just 10 minutes away. They still have to get the semi off the road and to a nearby pullout.
We're not home free just yet.
Too slippery.
The trailer's air brakes are locked.
He's got to actually physically drag that out from underneath here.
Kevin lowers the landing gear so they can disconnect.
It's called a front end lift crooked toe.
Adam gets the wreck and its $500,000 cargo off the road, just as the wave of traffic arrives. After a long night on the coke, Jamie's crew spends the morning getting ready for the next big wreck. Bruce preps the tire chains he never got to last night. At 65, Bruce Hardy is Jamie's oldest and most experienced driver. 2 years ago, Bruce survived a near-fatal accident. After 4 days in the hospital, he came straight back to work.
A lot of these new guys can't keep up the hours that the rest of us can. I can go 36, 52 hours without sleep. Doesn't bother me.
For the last 5 years, he's been in the same 1992 Home 750 record. And he's still waiting for Jamie to make good on a promise to pimp it out.
Be a sweet truck when she's done putting a wicked sound system in it. And all underneath the body, they're gonna put strobe lights.
I've had a game with Bruce for a long time. Who's gonna conk out first, him or the truck? They're neck and neck right now. I don't know.
Come on.
This season, Bruce is back, insisting he's got another winter in him.
It's in my blood. No, it's a job I just love doing.
But Jamie's not so sure.
I worry about Bruce all the time. He usually gets some truck stop or in a parking lot or pull out somewhere in the highway, passed away. Bruce is a great guy, but when the snow flies, Bruce isn't exactly the snow shed warrior.
Case in point, tire chains.
I don't like chaining up, period.
Jamie is trying to have him around for a few more years, but it's hard work, and he's getting older, and his health isn't as good as it is. We kind of want to preserve him, right? We don't want to kill him.
Bruce may be slowing down, but Rob is stepping up to new responsibilities.
Jamie put me in charge of the flying.
It's not the first time Rob's been in charge of a crew. The first time was on a chicken farm.
And my job was basically to make sure that nobody was playing football with the chickens, with the dead chickens. Farmers don't like it. Doesn't matter if the chicken's deceased or not, but You're horsing around, you're on the farmer's time.
Well, that's cracked. That's no good.
With the flagging truck stocked up, Jamie sends Rob to handle a police tow.
Yep, 70 impound.
An unlucky speeder is heading to the impound yard.
I guess he was doing 156 in 100 zone, no driver's license, so it's gone for 7 days. The only speeding ticket I got was I was doing 10 over. And that's it. 156 in a 100-kilometer zone. That's ridiculous. You do 100, you get to your destination at the same time. Yeah. You know? We've got enough speeders, and we gotta get them off the road.
No kidding.
By sundown, a new storm is rolling up the Coke.
Look out, boy, 'cause she's ugly.
Snowplows are working hard to keep ahead of it, but they're being held back by spun-out semis.
I was snowing pretty heavy there, and there was guys going northbound were having problems there.
Jamie sent both Adam and Bruce to help keep things moving.
We're going right up slow.
Bruce comes up on a struggling semi.
Yeah, he's chained up. That's good.
He decides to let him fend for himself. A little farther up the hill, Adam's got more spinouts than he can handle.
They lost count. It's good there. When will the madness end?
Adam's about to head up to the next job when he spots Bruce parked down the road.
Bruce is getting pretty old. Bruce can't do it much more, but yet he keeps Bruce in that truck. Needs to be put into a different role and let somebody else attempt to run that old truck.
I need some help out here. I can't do all this by myself. Do we have to chain up going over the Coke, anybody?
A snowstorm has trucks struggling to make it over the Coke. Adam is hustling to clear a backlog of spinouts when he sees Bruce doing not much of anything.
Bruce is getting pretty old. Bruce can't do it much more, but yet he keeps Bruce in that truck.
I need some help out here. I can't do all this by myself.
Jamie had hoped for a night off, but it looks like that's not going to happen.
Well, Bruce is probably not chained up, and I don't even know why he went out here. What good is he sitting in the lineup of traffic with the rest of the helpless bastards? Why did he even leave his house? Why did he even jump in my truck? Making me look like a fool out on the road.
These trucks don't like the snow. Ah, that good old Canadian winter.
When things are Armageddon like this, you gotta be a warrior. You gotta get it done.
Not far up the hill, he finds Bruce parked on the shoulder.
Here, look at this. In your truck there, Bruce? Bruce.
Yeah.
Let's give him some chains. So, how many trucks did you pull?
There's a 70, there's a guy with a rock truck on. He weighs 70 tons.
And where's he?
He's just on the bridge.
Okay.
There's a couple of towns up here yet.
Okay, so then you hammer on them. We'll try to get the trucks up the hill. Okay, all right. You need chains? I got a set of triples.
Tonight, Bruce put on a set of single tire chains, but they don't give him enough traction to pull much of anything.
Bruce, we've got a set of singles on, kind of sitting over there. He's gonna go up the road some frickin' place. What are you gonna do with a set of singles on? Nothing.
Jamie and Gord stop to put a set of triple chains on the rotator.
Remember how to do it? So tight the center one first.
Triples wrap around both the inside and outside tires, giving twice the traction of a set of singles.
What is he doing down there? Why isn't he chained up with triples and getting up the hill and opening the road?
Bruce finally kicks into gear.
We're going up the hill.
Bruce driving up the hill with a loose set of singles on his truck. Like, what's he gonna do? What is he gonna pull up with a set of singles? Nothing. Might as well be down at the shop, stoking the fire and drinking beer.
Jamie heads up the hill to find a parking lot of spun-out semis.
Like, who do you pull first? You kind of got to go to the guys that are blocking the highway, right?
Imagine out there, James.
There's Adam coming down the hill.
Is there something actually blocking the hill here, Adam?
There's a big wide load up there, yeah.
Okay, I'll go get him.
At the head of the line is an oversized trailer hauling a 70-ton mining truck.
You check chains, I'll hook up. You're about the biggest badass load on the hill, so we're gonna get you first, I guess.
Pulling a load this heavy is tricky. Both drivers will need to move in sync. A sudden jolt could shock load and damage one or both trucks.
You gotta go in low gear.
Yeah, don't change gears. I'm just gonna go in low too.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Okay, buddy. As soon as you lift off a little bit, I'll let her go. Everything okay there? I got this oversized, okay. He's got a lot of axles there. I'm not sure the exact weight, but he's up there. It's still gonna be tough to get it up that hill. Nice.
Jamie's night off has turned into a low-gear crawl across the Coke. And Bruce is nowhere in sight.
You on there, Bruce? Are you getting those other trucks out or not there?
Hey, we're gone. It looks like they got themselves out.
In a weird kind of a way, he adds to the problem in a snow event. He's not clearing the highway, this guy. He's screwing the highway up. He's part of the problem. And that drives me nuts. Heading home.
Eventually, Bruce passes by on his way home. First thing next morning, Jamie stops by a local truck dealer to try to solve his Bruce problem.
This truck's actually nice, you know that? It may not look nice to you, but it's nice. Bruce needs to be driving this. This will be easier on his back and lifting and all that kind of stuff. And it'd be easier for him to drive around than driving them big trucks, you know? So that'll help him. He'll still be able to make a living, but, you know, I guess it's a little bit crusty like Bruce. So a crusty truck for a crusty guy.
All he needs to do now is convince Bruce.
The reason I'm talking to you is it is getting harder and harder for you to put in those hours and harder for you to do that work. Maybe the way to solve this problem is to put you more in a smaller truck, and then you work with Ken to do the car towing.
Bruce leaves the meeting, gets into his old home's wrecker, and drives off.
That was bull. Don't appreciate people saying I can't handle this job.
Jamie's staffing problems are piling up faster than the snow.
I just got a call from the RCMP. They're telling me that you have a serve prohib notice on your driver's license. So that means you're prohibited from driving. And he's coming over here right now.
Turns out Rob has one too many speeding tickets.
You know, you're gonna be out of a job if you don't have a license. You can't drive tow truck, you can't drive your flag truck, so you're done, right? You basically firing yourself.
Here comes the cop now.
Okay. But you can wait in here if you like. I just gotta go to the car and finish up the paper. Okay?
I'm screwed. I'm royally screwed. because I have no income. Without me, I pay most of the rent.
Popcom Road, or there's a truck in the trees there.
In the shop, Kevin takes a call for a wreck out on Highway 1.
He must have just missed the guardrail and went into the ditch there in between the two lanes.
We just got a call for jackknife semi, so I could really use Rob right now because we need a traffic control guy. So, you know, he's been doing a good job and he's been trying to get his things together there, but it's just a little bit too late.
They're prohibiting you from driving for a period of 4 months starting today. You have to understand though, if you get caught driving after 6 p.m., you'll be arrested.
It's when always my luck. Just whatever. I don't know.
Rob heads out to the wreck with Kevin. Kevin drives. The wreck is on the 4-lane highway 15 minutes west of Hope.
Changing from administration duty over to tow truck recovery guy again. Apparently it's some kind of a chicken truck on it in the ditch leaning to one side. The visibility is getting bad here. They may not even let us haul us out. It's getting worse and worse, so we could get shut down on this job too. Down in the trees down there. What happened? Just come around?
I came around the corner and I got caught up in this
slush.
My steer wouldn't steer no more.
Yeah.
The reefer started to jackknife, then drove off the road into a ravine full of trees.
There's a tree right on top of this thing? Wow. It just kind of took you for a ride, eh?
Oh, yeah. Seatbelts work.
Yeah, they work.
Seatbelts really work. They work good.
Yeah. You know, it's probably pretty lucky that the driver didn't get a tree right in through his windshield. I mean, that's how bad it is.
He's lucky. Better buy a lottery ticket. Maybe that mustache just slowed him down.
This is really a difficult job, and it's going to be quite time-consuming. Weather conditions, accident, the whole works. So, this is a lot more involving than we think it is. We're going to have to get a crew in here to chop all the trees from on top of it, and then we might even have to pull all the guardrail out to move it out.
Are you going to cut tonight and lift tomorrow?
That's kind of what I'm thinking we should do.
All they can do tonight is leave someone to guard the cargo, a trailer full of frozen chicken.
Rob can stay here with that thing? Has he got lots of gas in that truck?
Turns into a pumpkin at 6 o'clock, though.
He turns into a pumpkin?
Yeah.
At 6 p.m., Rob is going to lose his driver's license and probably his job. But he doesn't even make it till then.
I don't know what I did to my back, but it's killing me now.
What's wrong?
I don't know, man. I'm like so in pain, man. No, it's
having
like
one hell of a bad day today.
Just hours after losing his driver's license, Rob is sidelined by back pain.
No, it's
having
like
one hell of a bad day today. Going from bad to worse with the fucking motor truck.
The next morning, Bruce shows up in his old home's wrecker. Last night, Jamie called him to do a job in the smaller truck, and Bruce said no.
Oh, Jamie called me, but go up and flip a car back on the Thru. I said, why can't Ken do it? I didn't go. It's just that I just crawled in the tub.
But the headache with Bruce is going to have to wait. Jamie has his hands full with news Rob has filed an injury claim with workers' comp.
What happened on the same
I don't
day?
know what I did when I lifted those signs. I don't know if I grabbed it and twisted the wrong way or what, but it just, boom, I can stand for 5 minutes and then that's it. I'm done. I gotta sit down.
Don't you think it looks kind of funny to your boss though when you have a compo claim the same day?
I'd rather be working, Jamie, I tell you that. This is not a good time for this to happen. This is like right at the end of the month. Can you lend me $1,000 for now? And then I can just pay my rent and pay the bills? Oh.
And I'll give you a check then.
Yeah, I'll pay it back. I always do.
Well, you need money to live, right?
Yeah, I'd rather be back at work though than doing this. Thank you. And I'll let you know more what happens. But yeah, I mean, faster I can get better, the better off I am, because I'd like to come back to work. I just don't want to be off like this.
This just gets to a point of stupidity where, why am I doing this? What I've got to do is wrap my head around the fact that if you're a guy who's here and you're not making money for the company and you're not keeping your keep, it's time for you to go. I can't run this business like this anymore. I can't have the tail wagging the dog.
An hour later, Jamie heads back to last night's chicken wreck, short one flagger.
So I've got all these guys around me doing what they feel like doing. You know, all this stuff can't come at a worse time. We're working around the clock to clear wrecks off the highway. Oh, I need those guys to be solid.
Oh, he's right down in the trees there.
A salvage crew has been up since dawn cutting trees off the totaled rig. The truck is a write-off, but its cargo of frozen chicken is still intact, and Jamie hopes to save it.
The load's inside, still frozen. We're gonna try to pull it out to the point where we can unload it or get it off the off-ramp.
But first, he's got to get the trailer out of the woods.
You got the stumps here in the way. You go backwards, it's gonna hit that tree more.
Making it worse, the guardrail that's supposed to keep trucks on the road is now blocking the way back.
Let's take some no posts out all the way down here till about here.
Lift up the lifter. That's good. You gotta pick up and then set it down and reset it. See, every second lift it opens and every second lift it closes. So you set it down and it locks and then you pick it and it opens.
The job is made easier by a new device salvage expert Jim Lasser offers up, a barrier clamp.
Now be careful.
Okay, we'll take the next two together.
Two together? Really? That should give us enough to come out, I think.
As trees are cleared from the far side of the trailer, Jim uncovers serious damage.
The other side of the trailer is so badly crinkled and wrinkled from the trees and all that that the integrity's gone.
The trees have actually damaged the trailer so bad that the sides are now weak and they have weak points on them and it's actually torn up the side of the trailer.
A trailer is just like a tin can or a beer can. You put a little dent in the side of it and it loses its integrity. I'm almost not wanting to put a strap over because I kind of think that the side would collapse.
If we try to, do a lift on it when it's all damaged, chances are it's going to break anyway. So let's just winch it back the way it went in.
Why don't you load up what you can load up until it pulls you back?
If the total trailer rips open, tons of frozen chicken will spill into the ditch, adding hours, perhaps days, to the cleanup.
Wow. It just kind of took you for a ride, eh?
Oh, yeah. I came around the corner and I got caught up in the
slush.
My steer wouldn't steer no more.
18 hours ago, a slick, slushy road pulled a reefer full of frozen chicken into the bush. Crews have spent the morning cutting trees away so Jamie can pull it back onto the road.
Let's just winch it back the way it went in.
Let's give her a shot, see what she does.
Why don't you load up what you can load up until it pulls you back?
We don't know if it's going to make it out loaded or not. It's a 50-50 chance.
Good to go?
But the totaled trailer isn't cooperating.
it just broke right in half. He didn't even pull that a foot. Not even, what, 6 inches? He just 6 inches and it just collapsed. I think we got to pull the tractor back into it itself with you.
I don't think there's anything left holding this trailer from that point to that point.
Tore off the fifth wheel plate all the way across the whole trailer.
Is that both sides?
Right straight across. It's a clean line, not wide, right across the whole thing.
You know, there's going to be an unload job no matter what we do here. Do we call Reed and unload it? Right.
Well, you can't unload it like that. Them guys.
On its side, yeah, you can't do that. I don't know what the answer is. I mean,
well, they can take a chain and a cinch and cinch it together.
you know, we really don't have much of a choice. Chain the landing gear to the front of the end and put a cinch in between it to kind of hold it together.
Somewhere further back.
They're hoping a chain Band-Aid will be enough to hold the broken trailer together.
It means we're chaining the trailer up right now. We're going to try to get it up to the top of the road. If we can't get it to the top of the road, we have to unload this whole thing right here.
There's one.
They rig the trailer to both wreckers and give it another try.
I knew where it was.
Try to pull that in.
It's a snapping and crackling over there really good, eh? Kind of scary. Hey, wait and stop there.
Sounded like the wall gave in. Well, it's still good. Still intact. How's the bottom one? Is it okay?
Far side's still tight, this side's loose.
It's a slow, painstaking pull, but the patched trailer's holding together.
It's coming.
So far.
Just a few more feet.
I can't believe we're keeping that together.
It's getting dark. What you can't see, I have visions of something just breaking and flying up.
That ain't good.
Sounded like the wall caved in.
I think the car goes through the wall.
That was the end of that.
The damage from the crash was too much. Thousands of pounds of chicken spill into the ditch.
Chicken everywhere.
The other half of the load is still in the trailer intact. But if they keep pulling, they'll lose that too.
It's a hand bomb job. We did our best to bring it out, but we're done. That's all we can do.
You don't expect anybody to walk in there when it's like that, eh?
Well, I don't know what else do we got to do, right? We got to unload it.
Keep pulling. The damage is done, right?
He thinks we should just pull this thing anyway. He said the damage is done already.
Not a safe environment for person. The cargo, don't risk a man.
Well, the thing is, if the guy slides through that, he'll slice his arm off that tin wall.
Or if something gives out and the thing flops over or pins a guy or whatever.
Oh, it's awful. Like, he's really just about rolled on his side. I don't know what else we can do to make it any better. So at this point now, the guys are saying, you know what? Product's out the wall, sitting on the ground. Let's bring it out of the ditch. Whatever stays in the ditch stays in the ditch, and that's about all we can do. You know, we've been trying to be delicate with this thing. We've been trying to, you know, finesse it out of the ditch. You know, at the end of the day here, you can only do so much. You know, sometimes the patient dies.
They rip what's left of the trailer out of the ditch and get it off the highway.
Can't see what's going on.
Yeah, you're okay so far.
You have jobs that boom, 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 everything goes good. This is one of them ones that were fighting us the whole way.
Okay, they're sending traffic.
Sending traffic.
Just a month into the winter season, and the highway through hell is taking its toll.
It's all my lower back, man.
On the men and the machines that must fight to keep her open.
You need to respect that highway.
You on the road yet, Jamie?
It will eat you alive.
Next time on the highway through hell.
burning up good.
A truck fire
Another Coca-Cola barbecue.
2 lanes are blocked.
engulfs a trailer full of cat food.
Pretty serious flames.
The red hot wreck
Hey!
clogs the coke for days. And Bruce fights for his job.
He got the worst of it.
Is he gonna be able to work?
Forcing Jamie to make his toughest decision of the season. This time, on the highway through hell,
40 to 75 centimeters. It's the biggest storm I've ever seen.
the nastiest night of the year
Oh my God, it's bad. Oh my God.
becomes a nightmare
Close until further notice.
when a load of methanol
Highly flammable.
Is it leaking?
strands drivers in an avalanche zone.
Keep going.
And a bad day gets worse when someone smashes the rotator.
Oh my God.
In the rugged mountains of the Pacific Northwest, there's a highway like no other. The Coca-Cola is an engineering marvel. But when the weather turns bad,
Look out!
It's like the Bermuda Triangle of truck accidents.
keeping the coke open takes an army
When the highway shuts down, the world shuts down.
and a last line of defense.
David Davis en route.
A heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because here, closure is not an option.
Listening to that forecast just a couple minutes ago, and it says we're supposed to get a good snowstorm.
Forecasters have just issued a heavy snowfall warning.
Anywhere between 15 to 40, 45 centimeters.
60 up on the hill, I'm thinking.
A monster storm has been brewing in the Pacific.
Oh, they're going to get that 70 centimeters easy up there.
It's about to run head-on into the coke.
There's an advisory out on the 5. Oh, well, it's winter. Get ready to put on your chains.
Full water tank, go ahead.
Yeah, he's also put a travel advisory on stating heavy snowfall.
Yeah, copy that.
VSA Highway Maintenance has the contract to keep the highway clear.
Hey, Mike, we're gonna have to have replacements come.
Yeah, I've already phoned them and have it all planned out. They'll be leaving our yard at 10.
Up at the VSA maintenance yard, extra crews have been called in to get every available piece of equipment ready for the coming storm.
It should be good to go.
With a fleet of plows, sanders, and blowers keeping the roads clear of snow, the only thing left to take care of is the unpredictable trouble that comes with every big storm.
Way up on top, she's coming down like crazy.
On the Smasher, several semis can't make it up the steepest part of the hill.
Because of the grade here, as soon as they slow down or come to a stop, they're done.
The spun-out rigs have caused a traffic jam, blocking VSA's plows from clearing the still falling snow.
If there's the volume of traffic there, there's nothing we can do about it.
There it is, the Green Goblin.
But one guy is in the right place at the right time. Jamie's longtime rival,
Highways guys want me off, get them off the road, we'll get them off the road. Come up here properly equipped, they don't have this problem.
Run back.
I'll just pull you right out of there. This will be easy.
an early start got him a front row seat.
Just another day in paradise, really. I don't even know what's going on the number one or anywhere. It's busy here, though. Oh, boy. And if it's something impeding the flow of traffic, Big Green's gonna go down and hook onto it with its plasma magnetic pulling capability there and car whisper that baby right off the hill. As soon as we're going, start shifting gears.
He's surprised that Jamie's crew hasn't made it up here yet.
Well, I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them around. It's kind of odd. They're probably in bed sleeping, making cupcakes. Probably making cupcakes.
Down in his yard, Jamie Davis has been watching the storm gather strength for 2 days now.
Ooh, it's already coming in. Daily accumulations could reach 40 to 75 centimeters. It's a huge storm. This could be the big one tonight. This is the biggest storm I've ever seen.
But tonight, Jamie is not going anywhere.
My 5-year driver's license expired. It kicked in for me that day. I need to get it renewed. I need my driver's license pretty big tonight.
The timing couldn't be worse. A call just came in for a wreck on the Coke. And he's forced to turn the keys to the rotator over to Scott.
You gotta look twice before you do something. You don't want to have an incident in this shiny truck. We're driving on ice. It's only -3. That's not a beautiful thing.
Come over the overpass, you'll see it.
Ken called for backup.
Get at her.
A Jeep tangled with a semi.
The guy that was driving this went to the hospital, but I guess the big truck doesn't need to be towed.
Turns out, Scott isn't needed.
Well, there's supposed to be a little bit more of an incident than it is, so keep going, monkey. Get
But he's not worried about lack of work.
And if we're gonna get 2.5 feet of snow, there's gonna be more than enough cookies for everybody.
Higher up on the Coke, the storm is getting fierce, and the plows are struggling to keep up.
I'll have to go back and forth here a few times.
You can only plow so fast. You can go down the road and 15 minutes after you've gone, it's totally covered again. It's amazing how fast it accumulates out here.
While the plows wage war with the storm, Jamie is stuck in the office battling bureaucracy.
And the quest was on to try to find a doctor, and that turned into a gong show.
Welcome to Duck Medical. Please listen carefully as our menu options.
I can't get my driver's license renewed because I can't get a medical done because I can't get a doctor. Unbelievable. Is there a walk-in Chilliwack somewhere?
Yeah.
Nobody will do a medical exam in Hope, so we're going down to Chilliwack to try to get a medical exam done.
While Jamie heads an hour in the wrong direction, the storm is unleashing its fury.
No matter how much sand we put out, it's immediately covered.
The single blade plows are losing the battle with Mother Nature. But not to be outgunned this season, VSA has a new weapon on the mountain. They call it the tow plow.
26 feet long, the blades.
The biggest piece of snow removal equipment ever deployed on the highway.
We can clear fog line to fog line.
This giant plow can clear 2.5 lanes in one pass.
It'll do the job of 3 plow trucks, right?
Because it tows a computer-controlled trailer that swings to the side, more than doubling its reach.
Get the roads clear and people will hopefully get home safe there wherever they're going.
Okay, class 1, right? Any drug and alcohol issues?
No.
Do you have any psychiatric problems?
Well,
back, muscles, joints, that sort of thing?
Not really. Probably a little heavy for my size, though.
I don't have any reason to say you couldn't work tonight.
I say now I can get out of that office and get back out to work. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Got it. Back to work. We're gonna head back up the Coke. The Coke is calling me. Hello?
Within 5 minutes, he gets a call for a wreck.
What's going on?
One semi knifed over in the ditch with a load of lumber.
Yeah.
The other one's a tractor with methyl alcohol.
Yeah. It's leaking too? Oh no.
Adam is already on his way to the wreck.
This is a real nightmare.
Back at the yard, Jamie suits up. But before he heads out, he's told there's something he needs to see in the shop.
Reed. Unbelievable.
One of his trucks got smashed when Scott crashed into it with the rotator.
What is he doing on the hill without chains? He should know better than that. That's unbelievable. I tell you, man. It makes me want to cry. That's $10,000, man. Bumper's $1,000, a grill. This truck just came out of the body shop, just got painted. Look at your whole hood's pushed up. This is damn depressing. It really is. You know what? I gotta go on a call. I can't even look at this anymore. This is a new light you just put on? Unbelievable.
With his rotator still up on the mountain,
Might have to drive the old General.
Jamie's only choice is to drive the aging 5-star General he bought for Scott.
Take it and go. Let's just go. So while Scotty has my truck, I've got to drive the old truck because he's out in mine smashing it up.
This morning, Scott was supposed to change out a broken headlight.
Why is this thing not working like that? There's no headlights in the truck. Man, oh man. Look, here we go. Big box of headlights. Now I gotta take the truck out and the headlights are right here.
I don't know what's going on.
Why am I changing a frickin' headlight now? Why am I changing a headlight when it's snowing? Why would this happen in a snowstorm? Okay, let's just go. What a tree day, the General.
Where's the rotator, man? We should be riding in the rotator. It's bad. You can't get that other wiper going?
Not working.
The 2 semi-wreck is on Highway 1, 20 minutes outside Hope on a good night. But tonight, the road ice is so slick that traffic is barely moving.
How come nobody's moving? I don't see anybody moving. Should we get that radio and listen what's going on?
Any word on Canyon?
Closed. No further notice.
Closed due to high avalanche hazard.
Avalanche techs closed down the highway, so they're saying, hey, it's not safe to be here no more. But in the meantime, we have to clean this wreck up. So shut the road down, but we're still there.
Oh my God, it's bad. Oh my God.
A high avalanche risk has closed Highway 1.
It was the icy corner there.
6 miles up, a 2 semi-wreck is blocking the escape route in both directions.
Is there a hole in the trailer? So we don't know if it's leaking.
Adam arrives to find lumber all over the highway and a trailer that was ripped open in the crash. A B train lost control on the ice and hit a semi that had stopped to chain up. Turns out, the trailer is loaded with canisters of toxic methanol.
There's a significant amount of risk. We are dealing with highly flammable, very toxic substance.
Because methanol is heavier than air, a leak could pool on the ground.
I'll read you what it says. May be fatal if inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through the skin. Highly flammable. Will be easily ignited by heat, sparks, or flame.
Okay, it is leaking for sure. Well, it's pretty toxic in there. So we're basically just going to wait until we get the okay to do anything here.
15 minutes later, the General arrives.
This is a mess. How much weight do you think it has in it?
20,000 kg of methanol.
Is it leaking?
No, I don't think so. If it leaked, we'd be dead by now.
The trailer had a gouge in the side. Really good possibility that that could have been a really volatile situation for everybody involved.
With the back doors locked, the only way to see what's inside is through a gash in the trailer.
There's one barrel sitting here that's not breached. Definitely been contacted.
They don't see any broken canisters, but for safety, Jamie wants the trailer moved down the road, well away from his crew. But they can't move it forward.
The trailer couldn't go up the road anymore because it was stuck where it was. He had no chains on. It was just too icy. So backing it down was the only option.
If I just tried to back this truck up by itself, it could take off. out of control.
To keep it under control, Jamie gets creative.
Well, we could put Adam's truck up behind here with the wheel lift. He could put his lift like up to the back end here.
Yeah.
And could be behind so that the thing doesn't run away. But we could go down together and get down into the hollow and get it out of here.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him back up to me, to this trailer, and just be my bumper down the hill. Good to go?
We're good?
I'm ready to go now. I'm gonna back up.
Hey, out of the way.
You got it. Oh, no, it's going.
Keep coming.
He released the brake, and I released my brake, and we all just kind of rolled it down all as one piece.
I can let it go.
Just sliding here. Oh, hold on here, hold on.
With no chains, the trailer starts to slide sideways on the icy hill.
Pushed me into the guardrail here, I think. Oh, just keep going some more.
That's working. Coming straight back.
Keep going, keep going.
The methanol is safely away, but now the snow is turning to rain, raising the risk of an avalanche.
Because it's wet, it's falling out in small little bits and amounts, and we just don't want anyone to get hit.
Oh, look at that ice, eh?
There was some snow falling down, and you could hear the branches breaking. I just wanted to get the heck out of there to a safer spot.
The RCMP are anxious to get the road open and the trapped traffic out of the avalanche zone. Even a small snowslide is enough to push a car sideways.
Because at least we can get this cleared open, maybe we can get some stuff, maybe start moving if we can.
Okay.
But they can't open the road until they get the lumber off it.
We gotta get this lumber out of here now. That's the biggest thing.
This is heavy, heavy lumber too. Well, we want to get a plow through here, but the road's closed from avalanches right now, so they won't even allow the plows to come through. So we're in an avalanche area here too, but we're committed. We should have had a loader there and just push that stuff right off the highway, but we make do with what we have.
What they have is Ken and his flatbed.
Hey, do you want to bring your flatbed in here? Try to suck this up?
Ken uses the flatbed's winch line to drag the bundles of lumber.
Move that baby up.
He hauls them down the road to a pullout. But he can only move one bundle at a time.
Busy, man, busy. I'm busy right now.
It's time-consuming, painstaking, and cold, tired, and miserable.
Piss and rain out, my feet are, I'm soaked to the brim.
Everybody was just about in tears. You see a bunch of rough and tough guys, all of a sudden, you know, they're not so rough and tough anymore. Well, we want to go home to mama, we're done.
Just when it seems it can't get worse, Scott arrives in the damaged rotator.
Told Jamie that I wrecked his truck a little bit. Told him that I was gonna bring it back to the yard, and he said, no, just carry on. Nothing you can do about it now.
So show me what you wrecked. Right here. Oh my God. You pushed the whole body out.
When you see your truck that you just paid $729,000 for, and it comes in, it's all bent up, it's pretty disheartening. It's depressing.
Oh.
When Jamie went off like that, it just made me feel like a pile of.
With dozens of vehicles trapped in the path of a potential avalanche, the rotator is tomorrow's problem.
It's gonna be a long night if you get there at all.
Right now, they've got to get a half-loaded lumber truck off a concrete guardrail.
Let's get these guardrails out of here. We're gonna try to pull this concrete block out. They're all kind of together on one cable.
The concrete blocks have a steel cable running through them. Jamie figures if he pulls the cable, all the blocks might come with it. They don't.
The cable breaks, and the concrete has no other attachment points, so now we've got to lift the tractor trailer up, loaded over top of this barrier.
This is a big problem for us to try to lift it over top of this. There's still a lot of weight hanging there.
What you're dealing with is a truck that weighs, 15,000 pounds, but now you've got the whole loaded B train pushing it down into the ditch.
Okay, I'm going in. Down more. Okay, good. Leave it.
Sammy rigs a chain to the smashed front of the cab so they can lift it.
Okay, let's do this thing right now. Get it to go. Okay, I'm going in. Okay, good. Leave it.
It's the nastiest night of the season so far.
Avalanche hazard.
Traffic is trapped in an avalanche zone.
Highway 1's closed.
To get the road open, Jamie and crew need to lift a truck loaded with lumber off a concrete barrier.
Tell them to hold it.
Hold it.
The front of the cab is too damaged to lift all of the weight behind it.
Hey, Adam, he doesn't have the ability to bring it over. He needs you in the trailer.
Yeah, I'll go turn around and then come back.
This is a pretty difficult job to try to maneuver this out and around like this, and this is a lot of weight.
Adam gets in position, and they rig another line to the trailer's frame.
A Super B train is heavy. What he needs is Adam to get in here and just give him that little extra to lift that trailer over. You're good. Time to get out of the way. Careful. You want to change your angle? Boom up a bit.
Keep going.
There you go.
They get it off the concrete barrier.
That worked out pretty good. Get ready for a little reset.
Now they need to get it off the road.
Want to see the spark in there?
But as Scott pulls, sparks start to fly. The truck's battery is grounding out against the twisted frame.
The batteries are arcing out right now. So they could have a fire here right away. We'll undo that battery.
The mount is bent, so they can't get the battery out. They try brute force.
He's gonna rip this battery box off. Oh, well, I think it might do. It's not touching the grounds anymore. But
Scott pulls it straight so they can tow it away.
Okay, let's get it done, man. We'll get out of here, man.
Okay, stop there. I think we're good. Let's get out of here, man. I got it.
After a brutal battle, the wreck is off the road, and the backed-up traffic can finally escape from the avalanche zone. But nobody's celebrating.
That lumber wreck is the, it's the make you want to quit the business job.
By morning, VSA crews have cleared over 2 feet of snow to get the roads back to black. But all that snow has to go somewhere. Today, snowbanks higher than a truck cab need to be cleared to make room for the next storm.
We're at the stage now where the snowbanks are so high over the guardrail. So the only way we can get rid of the snow, we've got to use the blower to get rid of it.
But VSA's 2 snowblowers weren't designed for the steep grades on the cove.
These were designed for clearing airports, not highways.
Get the snow off the road as quickly as can before the next snowfall, because winter's not over yet.
You're gonna have to shut down.
The blower sucks up a tire chain that's come off a big rake. The damage is enough to send it back to the maintenance garage.
As fast as when we get one repaired, the other one's coming in to be fixed.
For now, VSA has only one blower to move over 125 miles of snowbank.
Mother Nature, you never win. You can fight her until hell freezes over, you're never gonna win.
Back at the yard, Jamie's got his own headaches. lining up repairs for the 2 trucks Scott smashed up yesterday.
Scotty slipped my legs up on my truck, or smashed the left front fender off it.
You know, you can do so much good stuff and just look great doing it, and you know, you feel good about everything, and then just in a blink of an eye, everything can just go so terribly wrong.
Smashed the back of the box and $10,000 damage. When you see your truck that you just paid $729,000 for, and it comes in, it's all bent up, it's hard on a guy. Let's not talk.
You know what? I'm gonna pay for that. I'm paying for that.
If you pay for it, I'll get a repair. Everything with Scott's a problem. He's not earning me money, he's costing me money. And I'm starting to think, you know, this isn't working out between me and him.
Scott isn't Jamie's only headache.
They called me and said, you might want to phone your tow truck and find out how they towed it. And I said, well, okay.
Yesterday, Bruce did a routine job for a longtime client and somehow managed to damage the customer's truck.
No problem, I'm here for you.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Paul. Bye.
You bet.
Absolutely unbelievable. That could be $15,000.
For the last 2 weeks, Jamie's been trying to get Bruce to move into a lighter truck.
He needs to wind down a little bit and move into something a little easier.
But so far, Bruce has refused to give up his home's heavy wrecker.
I just told him that was bull.
I offered him the job in the smaller trucks. He basically tells me to go blow it out my ass. So I have no choice.
Too big, man. I have no idea, Bruce. I only work here, buddy.
Hey, Bruce, hey, do you want to come in the coffee room there for a minute with me?
I have no idea, Bruce.
Thanks, Paul. Bye.
You bet.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce.
The final straw for Bruce was a phone call from a customer saying that he did $15,000 damage that I've got to pay for.
I gotta go over some with you. You towed that truck, the one where they locked the keys out of there. They phoned me and they said that thing's $15,000 damage to that truck. 15,000 bucks, Bruce. That's a huge, huge dent in this pocketbook.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what's going on lately though, but it's just like you're upside down, you know what I mean? Up in the.
Down, I'll admit it.
This is a hard thing for me to talk to you about, even, Bruce. And I love you to death, Bruce, but I think you need to retire. I really do, you know? Hard day.
A hard day becomes a hard night when a call comes in at 2:30 in the morning.
What we're doing right now is going to a overturned reefer unit in Lytton. It could be a difficult job to do.
The road is a solid sheet of black ice.
Look at this Yahoo lumber guy, man. Holy me. This is scary to even be up here. Kind of a white knuckle ride, eh, buddy?
Oh, yeah. It's on the side.
Coming around the bend, and the truck and trailer started to jackknife.
The trailer spun 180 degrees, then slid into a ditch.
The tractor trailer's in pretty good shape, but it's on its side.
Fairly intact. The walls bowed out a little bit. I don't know how much damage is on the cab.
The cargo is $250,000 in deli meat.
Has 35,000 pounds hanging all on that wall, so the wall is bulging out on it. And if you start to hook onto it and pull it, give it some stress, it could break open.
You look it over, You know, this guy's done hardly any damage to this thing, and all he needs to be is write it up, and he's gonna be away to the races.
Jamie thinks he can pull off the holy grail of recovery, saving the truck so it can drive away, cargo intact.
That idea hit me within about 15 minutes of walking around that tractor trailer, checking out the truck, checking out the back end. I'm thinking, this is an airbag job. So we make a decision to just leave it there for the night.
So you're good with us doing it in the morning? I'll stay with it.
You can do whatever you want. My only concern is is that the tractor is unstable.
Okay.
And if you can stable it up and you're gonna sit here all night, that's okay by me.
The truck cab is teetering on 2 wheels. If it rolls, the trailer could rip open.
We'll just put a line on it just to hold it, just for a safety thing. That's what he wants to do. So.
Right. And then a guy, I can crawl up in there at that point then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get my pooch out of there. He was pretty shook up when we hit that ditch, man, I'll tell you. He was jittering pretty good.
A semi loaded with $250,000 worth of deli meat has rolled onto its side. In the cab, the driver's frightened dog wants out.
I want to make sure I get my pooch out of there.
The driver can't get to the dog until the unstable cab is secured with a safety line.
That's it. Okay, so you're secured on there now. Yeah. I got it. I got the wheel. I'll get the door.
Nice job, eh?
Thank you. I got you.
Good.
I got you. Okay. Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Dog's out. Somebody has to stay with the unit. It's got expensive load of meat in it. So Sammy and I are gonna bunk down and end for end in the bunk tonight. Time for bed. Come on, Sammy, you ready to go to bed?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm tired, eh? Are you?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't make the bed yet.
Next morning, Jamie is up early and chomping at the chance to pull off the perfect recovery.
There's a chance this guy's driving this home. To us, that's the holy grail of recovery.
The other side of the coin is, we come there and do a bad job. Bad words go down the highway a lot quicker than good work. My reputation rides on that kind of recovery work.
Smashing the rotator has put Scott deep in the doghouse.
I was pretty upset at myself for this happening in the first place.
He's hoping that today he'll get a chance to redeem himself. Adam arrives first and breaks into his best Scott impersonation.
Do we even need these airbags? All it takes is one pebble to tear the wall. We can't airbag the
Who says that?
Scott.
Somebody's...
Yeah.
Holy I'm gonna... It payday to you.
Well, I wouldn't be doing that. Fuck, we don't have anybody left. Yeah, I think you need to sit Scotty down tonight and just see what his plan is.
Oh, I already got a plan for him.
This Scott thing is coming at me, coming at me, coming at me.
Right on cue, Scott arrives.
Well, this will be a pretty big, easy bagger, eh?
Hey! Menace. You're a menace. Leave this truck alone. It don't like you.
Instead of raising the trailer with winch lines, Jamie will use airbags. Inflatable airbags placed underneath spread the load over a wide area, hopefully keeping the heavy cargo from blowing out the fragile trailer wall.
See if I remember how to do this. It's been a while.
Scott has done dozens of airbag recoveries.
Yeah, put it right up in the ditch there so I can watch all the way down.
So he assumes he'll be the one in charge.
Bring it here.
But Jamie is in no mood to hand over the reins. bags.
Just put it so it's this facing around, turned around, and facing this way, okay?
If I'm the guy who's got to answer to the company why things happened or why something went wrong, I got to know that I was in control of that whole deal from front to back.
Scott figures he can at least start the air compressor.
Okay, let's start the compressor. Start the compressor. Start them up.
When was the last time this thing was serviced up, Jim?
I get it done all the time.
We'll start. I'll be right back. Just give me a second.
No go?
Well, you do that, I'll deal with this.
The rest of the crew unpacks the air cushions.
Air cushions are like big hands. They're flat. So they grab a big surface area with the cushion, and they're going to lift 150,000 pounds, those bags.
We can come in here with the big wreckers. We've got lots of power. We can just pull this thing right over. But we don't want to be tearing the wall out and lose all the product.
Yeah, so come up here as much as you can. And what the idea is, get that as far down this way and down into the corner as you can.
Twist, twist, twist. Turn, turn, keep turning.
So even though this load's, hanging here in the balance, it could break at any moment, this wall. There's still 37,000 pounds hanging on a shoestring here in the trailer. Easy for a trailer to split in half. Look at the ripple in here. I didn't see that before. So give me that in.
The hoses connect to a valve block that controls the airflow into each bag.
Make sure all those bags are under. You gotta watch where you're pushing. You can push up too hard on one bag or not enough on another, and you can push the wall in.
The low-pressure, high-volume system has more than enough lifting power for this trailer. The trick is getting the bags in the right spots.
The bag's coming this way. We gotta push it back in, okay?
The bags are made of tough hypalon, but like a balloon, the more they inflate, the more likely they are to rupture.
Pull that tree out. Pull that tree out. The idea is that they all go up nice and even together, but once in a while you might have a kink in a line or something, and one's pushing harder than the other one. You gotta really be careful. So you're always watching the wall. We're equalizing all the pressures now. Now it's do or die right now. It's gotta stop now. I want Adam to kind of start pulling on the rear end a little bit. Okay, and I'll be right back. Don't move anything, because this load's worth a lot of money, okay? So there's only one guy makes that up. It'll be me, okay? All right.
So the bags lift that trailer up to the point where they can't lift anymore. And then basically what happens is the wreckers pull it over the rest of the way.
And then you gotta poke it up over top like that, okay? Tell them to lift that boom up.
Straps are used instead of chains to put less stress on the fragile trailer.
You want the boom up?
Well, try to swing it so it's got some tension to it.
Okay.
Normally, they would position the booms directly above the trailer, but they can't because of low-hanging power lines.
Hey, you're pretty close to the power lines, too.
If the cables or booms so much as touch the 69,000-volt line, it could electrocute anyone near the rotator.
Hey, Scotty, no, you gotta be away.
I know, I'm going in and out.
No, away, you're going right up towards the line if you can see it. Hey, stop.
Jamie was really concerned about how I was putting the boom close to the power wires.
You gotta stay away from them power lines, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Scott notices one crucial detail that gives everyone a little breathing room.
Those are media lines down below. The power is the three on the top there.
Yeah.
There were more communication wires. I felt that I was safe being away from it, and when I pointed it out to him, it was pretty much the last that I heard about it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
The load begins to shift onto the wheels and away from the weak sidewall.
You guys got it. So there's gonna come a time when this gets to its happy spot. Those bags are gonna go poof, they're gonna blow out. When they blow out, he turns the machine off, and then the wreckers do the rest. Almost there. Let a couple more, let them do their thing. Just let the bag start popping out, and I'll give you the moment. Real close.
But then, the perfect recovery starts to slip away.
Oh. Just let the bag start popping out, and I'll give you the moment.
When you're getting to that critical moment when it's up in the air and it's just about to flip over, those are pins and needles for us.
Real close.
$500,000 worth of truck and cargo have reached the critical tipping point.
Oh.
Ice on the road is causing the wheels to slide.
We need gravel.
And Jamie needs a fix fast.
Got some gravel here? We need gravel because these wheels are slipping out.
He shovels gravel under the wheels.
See that wheel slip out?
If that trailer skips out, we lose the whole load. You're gonna make it or break it. And if the trailer falls off the bags, splits open, meat all over the place, loser.
Go a little more, Adam. He's ready. Top one, top one, top one, top one, top one. Okay, good.
With the airbag part of the job done, heavy rescue turns their attention to getting the rig out of the ditch.
What if we were to pull it back out straight the back ways? What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I don't know, I'm just thinking.
Scott sees an easier solution.
What about just sucking and trying to suck it this way stuff?
Winching it completely sideways?
Yeah.
Crank it as hard as you can, yeah. Stop for your brakes for a minute. Is that ever nice?
Beautiful. That's the best job of the season.
To be able to drive the unit away, especially after an incident as major as that, is a major achievement. Jamie Davis and his crew did a fantastic.
As much as I'm bitching and whining about you, you do know how to run a record.
Oh, yeah.
And when we're doing a critical job like that, you did a great job.
Well, you're the incident commander.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without you, buddy. Made me feel good that he had the confidence in me still to carry on and use his equipment like that.
There's no doubting Scotty's capabilities. I'm sure he can do it. Now, does he want to do it?
Okay, let's go have some Chinese food.
Later that afternoon,
It really wasn't my fault. The truck did it all by itself.
Scott is asked to explain how he damaged Jamie's prized rotator.
I just put those spades down, and I just lifted it a few inches.
2 nights ago, Scott parked the rotator on a steep hill directly above the flatbed. He flipped the ice cleats down to stop it from sliding, but they kicked out.
Did you have the spades down?
Yeah, and I wasn't lifting the tires off the ground. I was just getting some space so I could get in there with the chain so I didn't scratch all the chrome up.
You know what? Now that you tell me that, if you'd put the spades down without any kind of traction on them, like a cleat or a...
Well, I put those little wheelies down.
And they pop out all the time. As much as I'd love to yell and scream and say it's Scott's fault, I'm a realist too. I know that these things pop out.
And that's exactly what happened, is they popped and...
Anyway, it's spilt milk now. We can't cry over spilt milk.
That night, Jamie throws a retirement party for the original tow truck cowboy they call Crazy Horse.
Oh, Bruce.
Gonna retire now?
I am retired.
Thought we were gonna retire together.
I am retired.
Okay, buddy, well, good luck, man. I'm gonna miss you big time.
Bula, 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 bula. Bula, bula, bula! Everybody bula!
I have a feeling for Bruce, man. I hate to see him go. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him hard.
You know what? Brucey isn't sad, so why should anybody else be?
Comes a point in everybody's life where it's like, hold it. You need to stand down a little bit and relax a little bit, and me included, I'll get there.
I'm a legend, and I'm old school. Guess that I was slowing down, and it was time to retire.
Yeah, I'm going home. I love you, man. Later.
Yeah.
I love you.
Crazy horse, crazy horse, crazy horse.
Well, I didn't stay very long. Kind of an emotional thing for me. I look at Bruce and I see myself.
20 years from now, I'll be Bruce. I'll be put out to pasture. I got 2 CDs, Aerosmith and Aerosmith Gold. Oh, Brucey, how we miss you. Brucey, how we miss you.
Next time on the highway through hell,
The sheet of ice up here.
a semi slams into a concrete barrier,
Looks like a big mess.
shutting down the Coke's most important exit.
Watch out! Oh!
A new driver joins the team,
Oh my God.
I don't think he's got the experience he says he does.
and another pushes Jamie too far.
You're just kind of dragging your ass. Go home.
Need to start saying no.
Plus, a massive pileup
Here comes the chopper.
sends air rescue to the Coke.